Nestled in the rolling hills of West Virginia, Greenbrier County is known for its breathtaking landscapes and rich history. But beneath its picturesque exterior lies a dark tale that has captured the imagination of locals and paranormal enthusiasts alike. It's the story of Zona Heaster Shue, a young woman whose tragic life and untimely death would give rise to one of the most famous ghost stories in American history, the legend of the Greenbriar Ghost. Zona was born in 1873 to a farming family in Greenbrier County. She was known for her beauty and charm. With her bright smile and warm spirit, Zona quickly became a beloved figure in the community. She had dreams of finding true love, and those dreams came to fruition when she met a man named Edward Shue. Edward was a charismatic but somewhat mysterious figure. He was a blacksmith by trade and, on the surface, seemed to be the perfect match for Zona. Their courtship was swift, and soon they were wed. However, friends and family began to express concerns about Edward's temperament. Some warned Zona that he had a reputation for being hot-headed and could be possessive. But the young couple seemed blissfully in love. Zona believed she had found her soulmate. The couple moved into a small home in the area, and for a time, things appeared to be going well. But soon after their marriage, Zona's family noticed a change in her demeanor. She became withdrawn, her vibrant personality dulled by an unseen weight. The rumors surrounding Edward's temperament continued to swirl, and Zona's loved ones feared for her safety. In January of 1897, a chilling event unfolded. Zona was found dead in her home, her lifeless body draped across the floor. The news of her death sent shockwaves through the community. Initial speculation about the cause of death ranged from natural causes to foul play, but an autopsy was never performed. Edward insisted that Zona had simply collapsed because she had been in poor health, and the local authorities accepted his explanation without question. Zona's funeral was a somber affair. Mourners gathered to pay their respects, but the air was thick with unspoken questions. What had truly happened to the young bride? In the days following her burial, whispers of foul play circulated among the townsfolk. But with no evidence to support their claims, they had no recourse. As the weeks passed, strange occurrences began to unfold. Zona's mother, Mary Heaster, was particularly affected by her daughter's sudden death. She couldn't shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong, and in her grief, she sought solace in her faith. One night, while praying, she was visited by an inexplicable vision. Mary claimed that Zona appeared to her in a dream, ethereal and glowing. Zona's ghost spoke to her, revealing that her death had not been accidental. She told her mother that Edward had killed her, and that he had been abusive, and that he had strangled her in a fit of rage. Zona's spirit urged Mary to seek justice for her untimely demise, urging her to confront the truth that had been buried alongside her in the ground. This revelation shook Mary to her core. She was determined to uncover the truth and bring her daughter's killer to justice. Despite the town's skepticism, Mary was resolute. She spoke to anyone who would listen, sharing her vision and calling for a new investigation into Zona's death. Mary's fervor caught the attention of local authorities, who were initially hesitant, but intrigued by her claims. As the tide of public opinion began to shift, they agreed to exhume Zona's body for a proper examination. On February 22nd, 1897, her body was exhumed from the cemetery, and the coroner's investigation commenced. What they discovered was chilling. Zona's body, though remarkably well preserved, bore marks around her neck consistent with strangulation. The forensic evidence seemed to support Mary's claims, and Edward Shue was promptly arrested and charged with murder. The trial of Edward Shue became a spectacle that captured the attention of the nation. The courtroom was filled with townsfolk eager to witness the unfolding drama. Mary testified about her vision, recounting the details of her daughter's ghostly appearance. The defense argued that Mary was merely grieving and that her claims were fabricated. Nevertheless, the prosecution presented the coroner's findings and evidence of Edward's violent temper. As the trial progressed, more witnesses came forward, recounting their own experiences with Edward's volatile nature. Neighbors testified that they had heard arguments between the couple, and several friends of Zona spoke about her fearful demeanor in the months leading up to her death. The courtroom buzzed with tension as evidence mounted against Edward, but he maintained his innocence throughout. During the proceedings, something remarkable happened. The ghost of Zona seemed to loom over the trial, a heavy presence that everyone could feel. Many claimed to have felt a chill in the air whenever her name was mentioned. In the eyes of many, Zona's spirit was avenging her own death, haunting the very man who had taken her life. As the trial reached its climax, the jury deliberated. Days passed as they weighed the evidence and the emotional testimonies. Finally, they returned with a verdict: guilty of murder. Edward Shue was sentenced to life in prison. The town of Greenbrier erupted in a mix of relief and disbelief. After Edward's conviction, Zona's ghost was said to have found peace, her spirit finally at rest after achieving justice for her untimely death. The haunting of Greenbrier became a cornerstone of local lore. Zona's story was told and retold, her life and death intertwined with the themes of love, betrayal, and the unyielding bond between mother and daughter. Mary Heaster became a local hero, her unwavering belief in her daughter's spirit leading to justice. The story of Zona Heaster Shue became emblematic of the power of love and the strength of a mother's resolve. The events surrounding her life and death have sparked discussions about the intersection of the spiritual and the material, the known and the unknown. Today, the tale of the Greenbrier Ghost is not just a chilling story from the past. It remains a point of fascination for paranormal investigators and historians alike. The home where Zona lived is now part of local folklore, attracting those who seek to understand the mysteries of the spirit world. And the trial of Edward Shue is often cited in discussions of legal history as one of the earliest cases where a ghost's testimony influenced a murder trial. Zona's story has inspired countless books, documentaries, and ghost tours in the area, each retelling the events of her life and death with new twists and interpretations. As we reflect on the haunting tale of Zona Heaster Shue, we're left with lingering questions about life, death, and the ties that bind us to those we love. Did Zona truly return from the grave to seek justice? While we may never know for certain, her story continues to resonate, reminding us that love can transcend even the darkest of circumstances. In the shadows of Greenbrier County, the legend of the Greenbrier Ghost lives on, a powerful testament to the enduring spirit of a woman who refused to be forgotten.